Tailplex, a PvP server very simple and intuitive, but how good is it? Tailplex is a server focused purely on PvP in its raw form. Once you logged in, you are welcomed by a very little and comprehensible lobby in which you can take your time to understand everything you need to know before jumping in the brawl. The comers to the left put you in the duels queue, and the cacti to the right makes you select the free-for-all PvP kit. It's that simple. The notice board to the right tells you exactly what you want to know, the number of players that are currently playing and in which game mode they're currently in. In this way you already know where to go to have action. Concept 4 out of 5 stars. The duel mode is again very simple, and yet a masterpiece. Two players are given the same armor, weapons and resources, only their skill is put to the test in this way, and there's nothing better than this to train your own PvP skills. The free-for-all kits are very versatile between each other with their equipments. Classic gives you mithril armor, iron daggers and iron sword. Bow free-for-all gives you an adamantine armor, copper daggers, adamantine bow and arrows. Barbarian free-for-all gives you Thrork's armor and Thrork's mace, 10 bombs and a greater healing potion. The Berserker gives you a mixed armor set with iron great axe, a copper shield, an iron hatchet and 2 lesser healing potions. The Saber gives you Onyxium armor, a lightsaber, a greater healing and mana potion. Rubble gives you rubbles. In the free-for-all mode, every time you get a kill you get healed, and the passive health regeneration can help you win the longest fights. However, there are some problems. In the duels it might be useful to have at least 5 seconds to prepare your hotbar as you pleased, or at least an option that allows you to preset your duel hotbar before the fight, instead of having it arranged by the server itself. In the free-for-all I would say that only 2 kits have a problem. The Saber kit is clearly stronger than the rest of them. You can beat it with other kits as well, but overall it wins the most of the fights. The bow free-for-all instead is clearly the most bullied. It is incredibly useful to learn how to bow in Hytale, but in the mod itself is very hard to use. There is the combo dagger's bow that can be used, but then there are too many covers for the players to hide behind in order to avoid your hits, and due to the passive regeneration they will simply wait until they're at full health to approach you again. Yes, with the daggers you can escape above structures and wait to regenerate too when at low health. But what is this telling us? That the bow kit has some big issue with this map in particular. Probably some better daggers or a slightly better armor might do the trick to fix it a little. With that said, balance 4 out of 5 stars. Tailplex is a simple free-for-all map and 3 duel maps. All of them are custom and without the gaps that allows you to travel to the border of the map. The admins weren't slacking off during the level design, giving interesting themes for the duel maps and interesting obstacles in the free-for-all maps to use at your advantage. Aesthetic 4 out of 5 stars. It is impossible to find yourself bored in this server. You log in and you can immediately jump to action. There's nothing that beats a game where you don't have to wait a single second to play and have a good session of interrupted fun. Enjoyment 5 out of 5 stars. Tailplex is very close to become a major PvP server. I will say that it lacks on iconic features. It doesn't have exactly something that makes it recognizable or appealing to players in search of a quick challenge. A domination free-for-all where you have to keep a certain item for as long as you can during a 5-minute period. Monsters in the map that drops item of some sort. Map events where cracks forms in the ground or where lava begins to rise. It needs something that can promote itself in the Hytale community, a feature for which it can become known for. Choice factor 3 out of 5 stars. With a total of 20 out of 25 stars, this concludes the review of Tailplex. If you want to see more, subscribe and leave a like to support the crew, and if you want to participate in our adventures, we might be live in this exact moment. Bye bye.